Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Bold Predictions podcast. We are your three hosts. My name is AJ,
I am Richie.
No, I'm Dan.
and we are once again bringing you a great episode. Are you guys ready for today?
It's
Yes,
gonna be a
sir.
doozy today.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of information coming at you. Uh, Hopefully, we can live up to our name of this podcast and bring you some bold predictions. And we're excited. Let's get this started. So, as we are recording this on a Friday, we had the lovely game on Thursday night that I, for one, am very happy about. The Green Bay Packers went to California to take on the San Francisco 49ers practice squad. And lo and behold, the Green Bay Packers came out on top, just as it should have been. Um, Now, if I have to say, it was a practice squad, uh, but I'm just happy we killed them, honestly. If we didn't kill them, then there would be a lot of problems in Green Bay, for sure, that are not just our defense. But yeah, I'm very happy with the result.
Yeah, I think that our team is really reminding me of like the 10-6 teams that Rodgers would have to like miraculously bring to the Super Bowl or like near the Super Bowl. But like we just have the better record this year. I feel like I feel like we're still that kind of team that's not fully complete. And once we play the real teams, we're gonna have some issues. I think we'll have a good record again this year and we'll get into the playoffs pretty easily. But we are kind of one of those fake-ish really good teams.
Yeah, and one thing that I am scared of, a lot of Packers fans out there are all I hope not. I hope they're not saying that our defense is fixed or that they're much better because, as I keep saying, we played basically a practice squad. Uh, Mike Pettin is still on the hot seat, in my opinion. Just because he had a good game against this team doesn't mean he is going to stay on this team for a while. He has to prove himself against really good teams.
Yeah, our defense especially needs some fixing, especially in the run blocking category. I'm a little disappointed in our GM for not picking up anybody. I think if we just added one or two good run stoppers and maybe a receiver like Fuller, we could be like a real contender. But at this point, I feel like we're just a few pieces short of like Tampa Bay and maybe the Saints when they're fully healthy in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean our offense is as usual clicking, and I mean we didn't get a wide receiver before the trade deadline, which really sucks to everyone. But if if Alan Lazard is going to come back within like a week or two, then I personally think we're good because Lazard is a great receiver for us. He has a lot of trust, or he gained a lot of trust from Rodgers with just one season. And with him and Devontae at the helm, and then MVS doing his thing in the deep route if he actually catches the ball, I think our offense can keep firing along with Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams. Bro, our offense can keep putting up 30 points a game. Just our defense.
Yeah, I think we'll have a pretty easy time just destroying the bad teams. But I think when we play some like serious teams like Tampa Bay again, I think we may experience a little bit of issues. But I do agree, Lazard's going to be a huge help because Devontae can't keep getting 200-yard games every week. Like they've got to space that out a little bit because in the playoffs it just doesn't work.
100% against good teams. You're getting. I
Yeah,
mean, we're gonna. They may be still double covering Devontae in against good teams, defensive wise. But I mean, he will find a way to get open, as we've seen before. But he can't. He can't get open every play. Rodgers cannot force the ball to him every single play. We need another one, and Lazard getting healthy will definitely help us out.
yeah. I mean, it's nice having the best receiver in football on your team, um,
Facts.
but he does need some help.
Yeah. Rich, you got anything you want to add?
I mean, if MVS can keep playing the way he did yesterday, I think he had one crucial drop on third down, but other than that, he was spectacular with the deep ball. If he can emerge and be a wide receiver 3 and get that kind of production, kind of like Gallup with the Cowboys, then I mean, you guys are looking good, but I mean, like you guys said before, you guys are a few pieces off from being like a spectacular team. You're a great team, just you're not spectacular yet.
I think if we really start utilizing Aaron Jones, just like kind of, I know they're like 60-40 splitting him and Jamal, but if we really start using Aaron Jones, I feel like honestly he's the deciding factor. If he can really just keep playing as efficiently and just as well as he's played this year and last year, and take some of the pressure off Devontae, I think like we could be really really good.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, he is another receiver going along with a running back. I pray to God that we resign him some point before, like, I mean, during the offseason, that's fine too, but I pray to God we resign him.
Yeah, he's worth it for sure. He's
Yeah,
so
100%.
important for a team.
And at some point,
But-
maybe you guys can get a
yeah.
cornerback too. Or put
we
Jamal
need- we
Williams
need-
out there.
a lot of-
You know.
Wait, a
Bro,
cornerback?
Jordan Love is.
Oh God.
Wait, did you say cornerback? Richie?
Yeah, cornerback too.
Oh. Well, I mean, we have Jair Island, so good for now. I'm not even kidding. He's had
Yeah.
like some ridiculous stats against every receiver. So right now, he's the
It's
best
funny
player
actually because
corner.
I saw an Instagram post that said no one will ever have the amazing stats that Darrell Revis had, and then I looked through the comments and I'm like, every other comment, Jair Alexander literally has like amazing stats right now.
Yeah, it's actually insane. He's the highest graded corner for Pro Football Focus, and just like when just watching him grow over these last like 3 years, like once you drafted him, I knew he was good, but seeing like the steps he's taken, like he's really really good.
100%.
See, I only say
Now we
that.
just need to stop the run game.
Stop the ring, but I only say that because Richie James, 9,
Oh,
184 and a
Yeah.
touchdown, and you can say, well, that's because Jair is out, but that's why I'm saying you need a quarterback too, because
No, I agree.
practice squad players had one practice squad player had a field day, but
It's the best practice squad. Okay, it's the best coach practice squad.
Well, that's also revolving around Mike Pettin again, because the entire week the Packers were saying how they were going to focus on the run. Well, maybe they focused on the run too much to the point that they forgot that teams have receivers.
Well, okay, some of that was in garbage time. The last touchdown and his big catch were all garbage time, and also Kevin King was out for this game, so I don't think it's quite as bad as that made it sound. But like, it's not like Kevin King's going to save us, but he's at least better than Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson is kind of a bust, to be honest, from that draft. I thought he'd be a lot better.
Yeah, Josh Jackson did not have a good game. He kept getting penalized for. He got a bunch of personal fouls last night, and that was not very good to see from our team.
Yeah.
But AJ, I think you said you had a question for us that you wanted to ask.
Oh, I do, Richie. I'm glad you bring that up. And it's funny enough, before we started this, when we were going over our basically our pregame warm up for our show, I heard you guys mention something, and it kind of is revolved around my question. And my question is, what do you guys see more likely happening? Will the Steelers go 16-0, or will the Jets go 0-16?
I saw this.
Yeah. I really like that question, and I want to hear it from you guys.
I think more likely, I think it's definitely Jets 0-16. I feel like if Steelers happen to be like 14 or 15-0, and Chiefs aren't like right up their ass, I think they'll sit their players and probably lose to Cleveland or something. Yeah, that's if they don't even lose to Baltimore before that or something in a fluky kind of game, or maybe the Colts. They don't have like a overly easy schedule. It's kind of tough, so I think the Jets really want to tank. So I think it's the Jets.
Yeah, I agree with Dan. And if I had to pick one or the other, I would say Jets go 0-16. But I think that neither will happen. I think at some point the Jets have to win, and at some point the Steelers will lose, because the Steelers aren't the 2007 Patriots. I never saw the 72 Dolphins, but I'm sure they're not them either. So like, Steelers have holes in their game that have almost been exploited. So I'll go with Jets. Man.
I mean, yeah, I am definitely on the same page as you guys. I was looking at their schedules, and I'm like, okay, there's something that will definitely happen here. Like I'm looking at the Steelers schedule. They play at Dallas. They play the Bengals at Jacksonville, Ravens, Washington, at Bills, at Bengals, Colts, and at Browns. And I mean, those games are all winnable for the Steelers, but I mean, as we saw the first time they played the Ravens, it was a very tough game, so that could definitely go either way this time again. Bengals are starting to kick it up. I mean, I don't see them winning it. I don't see them beating the Steelers, but they can definitely do something, in my opinion. Especially since they played them twice. Then there's the Colts, which their defense is playing very well right now. They could put a dent in Big Ben's record right now. And then the Bills, they can also do something to stop the Steelers. And then I look at the Jets schedule. I don't know about Richie. You just said they could win one. I don't know which one they could win. I'm looking at this. They play the Patriots. They play at Los Angeles against the Chargers. They play the Dolphins. They play the Raiders, Seahawks, at Rams, Browns, and then at Patriots. So, I mean, I really don't see a game that they can win. Maybe they can get one out of the Patriots, and maybe they can get one from the Dolphins, but I really don't know.
Those were the three potential wins that I saw. Yeah, because I believe they kept the Dolphins close last time they played. I could be completely wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about the Bills, but they can sneak one out of the Dolphins, especially with Tua now in. And then Patriots, they might be tanking harder than Jets. You know, who knows? So
Before I continue, I'm looking at this now. The Jets Dolphins first time around, 24-0.
okay, so I think it was the Bills game then that was like within a
Yeah,
touchdown.
that one 18-10.
Yeah, they held the Bills to only field goals.
Yeah, that was
So now
interesting on the Bills.
I'll go with Patriots or again if Dolphins with Tua can't move the ball offensively, then we'll see. But so because it's halfway through the year, kinda a little bit past halfway, we actually created some predictions here, but more for end of year. So we're gonna go with playoff teams and their records, and so like with seedings, and then we also have our own award winners. So MVP, OPOI, DPOI, OROI, DROI.
There's a lot of letters.
I'm just gonna say the names. Most valuable player, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, comeback player of the year, and we have coach of the year.
Yeah, boy.
I don't know which ones you guys want to start with. My order right now is the awards and then the predictions of the playoff seedings.
Let's do the
So
awards.
Yeah, I think let's do that.
okay,
Do you want to do it the same way we do predictions?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
let's
one
do
of
all
us.
our MVPs first.
okay.
Okay, yeah, but do you want to do it like so? Dan does MVP first, and then then Richie, then me, and then the next one for offensive player of the year, we can go Richie, me, Dan. All right, we'll do it like that then.
Okay.
All right. So do you want to end with MVP because that's the best board?
Okay. We can start
So
with
let's
the coach.
start. Let's start with the bottom. Let's go with coach first. All right. Well, Dan, we'll let you go first with the coach.
All right. So I originally wanted to go with the very easy Mike Tomlin answer, but I'm gonna have to go with Sean McDermott. I think the Bills started off so strong, and he really found a way to utilize Josh Allen like we haven't seen before. And I know that right now they're 6-2, and obviously that's really good, but it's like a 6-2 where we're like, damn, like they kind of just sucked the last few games. Like even when they beat the Jets, it was very unconvincing. But I looked at the schedule at the end of the year. I think they can do pretty well, and if they do happen to go like 12-4, like some pretty decent record, I think Sean McDermott should get a lot of that credit for being able to fix the mechanics of Josh Allen and that whole team. They're pretty much working with not like, I guess the roster is pretty good, but when you look at like their running backs and the receivers behind Diggs, because like everyone else has been injured pretty much. John Brown's been out every game, and they have like a rookie Gabriel Davis at receiver and no tight ends at all. So I feel like they've been doing really good with what they have.
I'll take this next one. So my immediate first thought after watching last week and last week only was Brian Flores. Uh, and prior to this, I got some pushback from picking that guy. And so here's my explanation for it. The Dolphins were absolutely destroyed by the Rams last week. They were outgained, and honestly, on offense, they did not look good. Speaking of the Dolphins, and but they pulled it out with a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown. I think only one passing touchdown and one rushing touchdown, and they made that work. And I know that was not Tua. I know for a fact because Tua played very mediocrely, and I think that's saying it politely. That's saying it nice. So if Flores and the Dolphins can squeak out some more wins, doing that exact scheme, playing solid defense and getting their special teams involved, then I think he's a solid candidate for Coach of the Year. That's even with the unpopular decision to bench Ryan Fitzpatrick. And then my obvious one is either Mike Tomlin or Mike Vrabel. Because my bold prediction is Titans are going to the Super Bowl. So
I love that. Well, we're all picking different options, I will say. My Coach of the Year, I'm going to go with the lovely Bruce Arians. I think the Bucks last year going 7-9, that sucked for them. And now this year, they're already about to pass the amount of wins that they're going to have. And they're definitely going to go way more than that. With all the pickups that they had in free agency, big names, obviously, with Tom and Gronk. This guy is coaching them to a very winning team. And in a first year with these guys, especially with Gronk not playing after 1 year, a year is a long time of not playing. He could take this team to the Super Bowl. I really don't want to see that, but he can definitely do it. And I think that's definitely enough to earn himself a Coach of the Year award.
I like that pick. I almost picked him, but the only reason I did is just because his team is so stacked that it's almost like that Bill Belichick thing where it might not go to him just because it's like they were just that good, if you know what I mean.
That's true, yeah.
All right, so
gotta end up getting coached somewhere, I guess.
So I guess if we work backwards off the list now, we have Comeback Player of the Year, and I'll take this one. In my opinion, I thought I was being bold from this, but then I heard AJ also might have the same player. So
yeah, you know it, baby.
I picked Alex Smith because his story is absolutely incredible, and although he didn't wow people with his stats coming in for that one game for Washington, I think just the fact that he was able to come back after being told he might not be able to walk again and going through years of rehab and physical therapy and I think a double-digit amount of surgeries and procedures to his ankle. And he was able to not only make the roster for for Washington, but he started. And his story, if you don't know, I would check it out because it's honestly inspirational what he's done and how hard he's fought to come back. And I think if there was one player to me, easily Alex Smith. I don't care about stats. I think he definitely deserves it. Just not even from a football standpoint, but from like a personal standpoint. Like football players are people too, and it's incredible. You know, it's such a feel good story and like makes you want to like do better in your life and like work harder. So. Alex Smith.
I think you said it all right there. I had Alex Smith as well. His story really is amazing. The fact that he is getting the chance to still play in the NFL after that unfortunate incident that he had is incredible. You really said it perfectly. Alex Smith definitely deserves this. I can see a couple people, but there's really no topping this man this year for this award.
Well, it looks like I will be the Simon Cowell of this show. And I don't know about you guys, but I like winners. So it's all
This
heartwarming and
guy.
stuff. But it's gonna be Big Ben. They're 7-0 right now. They're probably gonna end up first or second seed. And I mean, he had his old Tommy John surgery and whatnot. He had his heck. Everyone thought he was dust. Yeah, I honestly like I get the heartwarming aspect of that, but like stat wise, I don't see anybody who's even close to Big Ben. So I gotta go with him.
This man said he likes winners. Oh my god. All right. Well, I guess we'll move on from that.
AJ,
Going.
who's your defensive rookie of the year, AJ?
Well, I mean, we all talked about this. We were all like, "Who the hell are we gonna pick?" Because we all have no idea what we're going to pick for this one. But after looking at it and depressingly making this choice that I had to make, I think my defensive rookie of the year is going to be Patrick Queen. He hasn't done much. I mean, he has 48 tackles, 35 of them were solo tackles. He has a couple sacks, couple forced fumbles. And he's on it. He's on a winning team, so that really helps him as well. I mean, he was so close to going to the Packers. He was there. He was there, and then we traded up for some other guy that no one cares about. But I really like this guy. He's been playing decently. I hope he gets better as the year goes on, but for now, that's gonna be my choice.
Apparently, they've been saying he's getting better every week. So
Yeah. So I mean, if that happens, then I think he's definitely in line to get it, especially since Chase Young has not been up to the standards that everyone has been projecting. But who knows?
So I'm gonna go with Jeremy Chin, safety on the Carolina Panthers, because just from looking at all the stats from all the rookies that I could find, seemed like he had the best, maybe. So right now he has 38 solo tackles with 29 assisted tackles, 5 pass defense, a safety, and an interception. And I know it's tough for you want to be the team in the spotlight. Like Patrick Quinn probably has a pretty good chance because the Baltimore is going to be in a probably playoff team. Obviously, Panthers not so much. But I think these awards are a little more based on stats, so I'm hopefully going to go with Jeremy Chin.
I mean, that's definitely a fair choice. I'm also going to go with a safety here. So I originally did pick Patrick Queen, but just to be different, I'm going to take Antoine Winfield Jr. I was between him and Queen. And actually, I liked Winfield coming out of college. They compared him to his dad, and just being like a solid player, like start every game. I'm pretty sure that was the stat with his dad. And so far, right at the gate, he played 100% of the defensive snaps, week 1. So, and he's never had less than 94. So he's a solid player. He's dependable. His stats on the year: 44 total tackles, 2 sacks, and an interception. So, maybe not wowing, but for a rookie, very solid. And a big part is he's on a winning team. Maybe when it's all said and done, Buccaneers could have the best record, at least in the NFC. So it'll bring more spotlight to him. But I'm going to say Winfield Jr.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Next up, we got Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm just going to say this now before you pick, Dan. I have a feeling we all have the same one. Not going to lie.
I mean, I hope we do, because this guy's been freaking insane. I feel like somebody's going to have Burrow, but it's got to be Justin Herbert. This man is insane. Every single game, he pretty much throws for 303 touchdowns. It is crazy. I think the only reason they aren't 5-2 is because Anthony Lynn is a absolute trash can. Absolute trash can at play calling. Like they go up by like 20, and then they try to run the clock down with these terrible running backs that aren't Austin Eckler because he's injured, and they just give the ball away after every third down. They do not convert, give it away, and somehow let the team back in the game, and it's within like 7 points. And then they're like, oh, it's 3rd and 10, let's just run again. Every single time. It's not his fault at all on these losses. I swear. But anyways, I think he's been balling out. I've always said this Chargers roster is so good, and Philip Rivers kind of did Philip Rivers things and turned the ball over a lot. I think he's the best quarterback out of that draft so far. I think Joe Burrow's been good, but he hasn't wowed me quite like Herbert has. So I'm gonna have to say Justin Herbert.
So I'm picking Burrow.
Oh my God, there was the one guy.
And the sole reason is, if I had to pick a team that was more dysfunctional, it would absolutely be the Bengals.
Jets.
Well, I mean, Jets is obvious.
You really think so? Even with all the throwaway games?
Absolutely, yeah. I would pick Burrow just for that sole reason. Like if I had to pick a team, if I was looking at both teams to play on right now, I would want to play on the Chargers, and because of that, that's why I'm picking Burrow. And I can't argue with Justin's stats because he's absolutely lighting it up. But also, Burrow has been playing pretty decently as well. Has right now, let's see, 3 games of 300 yards or more.
Mm-hmm.
And I get he doesn't have the floor that Herbert has had so far because Burrow put up 3 total points on offense against the Ravens, but I don't know. I guess as far as expectations wise, Burrow is on the Bengals, who picked number 1 overall, which means they didn't expect him to do anything, and I think the fact that they're 2-2 and something. 2-5, 4 maybe. It says so much about what he's able to do. And of course, I mean, that being said, Chargers could be undefeated right now or something like that. But
well, I think what's impressed me the most about Herbert compared to Burrow is the pass attempts. Burrow has thrown so much more than Herbert. Like it's not even remotely close, and Herbert's just been just making everything work. That's just why I think that he's shown more for now.
Again, it's a toss up. I actually did look up the plus or minus of who's gonna win it, and it's dead even right now. So
yeah.
So AJ, who do you have?
Well, yeah, I'm definitely on Dan's side with this one. I really like how Justin Herbert looks. I just looked at his stats, and he has not had a game with less than 250 passing yards, and he has had more. He has had more no interception games than Daniel Jones, which is pretty neat. I'm sorry. I was
bar clear.
I'm sorry. I just had to throw that in there because Dan hit all the points for Justin Herbert already, and I had to throw that in there. Plus, Richie, I want you to pull up a picture of this man and just look at him. You can't. He just has the face of a winner.
Yep, we like winners over here. Despite their coaches, idiot.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Justin Herbert is on fire. I don't see him letting up at all. Maybe in the fourth quarter, his team will let up, but not him. I just see him going off and continuing that. I mean, Joe Burrow is getting better each week as well, but I don't know. Justin Herbert to me is already better than Burrow right now, and if they keep moving up together, then Herbert is just going to stay ahead.
Yeah. To me, Herbert's like Patty Mahomes light right now. I know it's a big comparison, but I see a lot more upside with him. And also, I know you said that you'd rather I agree the Bengals are like the worst organization, but just piece wise on offense, besides the O-line, I think Bengals actually might be better. Just their 3 receivers and their running back. So
Well, I guess that could be a topic for another video. I don't know if I necessarily agree. Maybe the wide receivers are better, but tight ends better. I would take Eckler and
well, yeah, but he doesn't
Josh.
play with that. That's what I'm saying. Like he's been playing with the other guys.
Okay. Well, we'll see. And then the defense I would take for I know they choke, but the defensive pieces I would take for Chargers over Cincy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, words. Keep going. Defensive player of the year, and it's a tight one right now between two, but I'm actually gonna go with Aaron Donald here. He's just a freak. He's a monster. He's the man on that Rams defense, which is playing very, very well. I think better than most people expected them to play, considering they had to cut players due to cap issues and really unable to sign anyone big to bolster the defense. I know they traded for Ramsey and Donald, and they're like the key guys right now. But so on the year, Donald 26 tackles, which isn't crazy, but he's an interior defensive tackle with 9 sacks and 3 forced fumbles. So, I mean, he's just a freak, and it seems as though they don't like repeating players. Like they like getting new faces in there with these award winners. So I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't win, considering who I believe one of you, either both of you or one of you is going to say coming up. But I like him. He's a freak, and I actually see now he's 29. Where has the time gone?
Yeah,
Like-
wow. Holy crap.
So, Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I have a feeling me and Dan are gonna say the same guy here, as we talked about in the before this. But I'm going with the lovely Trent Jordan Watt, or TJ Watt, as we like to call him. The Steelers' defense is on fire, as we all know, and I don't think they're letting up anytime soon unless people are getting injured. But this man has been an absolute monster. 6.5 sacks. 20 solo tackles. He has not had any forced fumbles yet, but he has an interception. I think this man is a monster, and he has the last name Watt. And if you have the last name of Watt, you're just a monster, except if you're the third brother. But no one knows who that is.
Hey man, he's a killer fullback, dude.
But yeah, I mean, the Steelers' defense is just insane all around. So like, if only this was the Defensive Team of the Year award, then I would give it to the Steelers. But going off a player, TJ Watt is going to be my guy.
Yeah, I got to agree. And when I was doing the stats before in the comparison, I completely forgot the Steelers had a bye. So that makes me even like way more on TJ Watt's side now. He's had 25 QB hits in 7 games. That's 3.57 per game. That's like unheard of. Yeah, I think when you think about like best defenses, I don't think there's anyone that can't really say it's the Steelers right now. And just when you think of that, you're like, all right, who's the best player? And it's TJ Watt. And I think it's just gonna fall into place that he's gonna be the defensive MVP. I've loved him since he was drafted. I'm really sad we took Kevin King over him. Never let it down. Every time I think of Kevin King, I just think of TJ Watt. It's so sad. But yeah, I think it's TJ Watt's to lose.
Definitely. All right. Coming up to the last 2 awards, we got the Offensive Player of the Year. Now, this could be me being biased, but this is also I think is a very good chance of this happening. And that, my friends, is Devontae Adams. This man has been an absolute monster this year. He is the only receiver on the Packers, and that's just period. He is the only receiver on the Packers. Devontae, I believe he has had like 3 or 4 games this year where he has had 10 receptions, which is absolutely insane. He has had, I think maybe a few games over 150 yards now. This man's stat line is absolutely insane. I wish I pulled it up earlier because then I would have not had this awkward moment of pauses. But his stat line is insane. I see him not slowing down unless he gets an injury. I just found it now. His stats overall, he has 53 receptions this year, 675 yards, which is around 12.7 yards per reception. He has 8 touchdowns. That is the most in the league by a receiver this year, and they had a bye. That is absolutely insane to think about. And if this does keep going, I don't see anyone else besides this man getting the Offensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, no, I have the same, man. Devontae Adams, it's just not even close. Like, no matter, like, I don't care if it's a DK or whoever. DK's had an off week, and he just has not had the ceiling. He's had one ceiling game where Devontae's had 3 40-point fantasy games, like, and then a 30-point. It's like, it's next level. I've never seen so many almost 200-yard games in a season, and he's only played 5 games healthy. He's just the best now. Like,
insane.
Yeah.
Well, when I picked this player, I thought I was being a little contrarian here, but I guess we're all going Devontae Adams.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh man, I really got.
I thought I was being biased. Let's go.
I really thought I was contrarian. I thought I was gonna be like Mahomes or something like that.
This man sneakily got like 800 yards in 4 games. Being contrarian.
All right, and last but not least, the Most Valuable Player award. Dan, you are first.
Yeah, so Jay Glutton, or whatever his name is, Jay Glutton is coming to the Jaguars team. No, I'm just kidding.
Who the hell is that?
I don't even know the fuck his name is. All right, anyways. It's Russ's time to shine. Everyone knows he deserves an MVP. Even if he ends up this year as not like the best player overall, if like I don't know, like Kyler beats him or something, I feel like everyone's just like shit. Yo, how have we not given this man MVP? And he's been playing like he's easily the best quarterback in the league right now. No question. If there's like I told Richie like a few weeks ago, whenever I'm watching Russ like have to do a 2-minute drill at the end of the game, like I'm like legitimately nervous. When I watch like Aaron Rodgers do it, I'm nervous for the Packers, not for their team. Like I don't know if we can actually pull it off. But every time I see Russ go down the field, it's just always a touchdown. Like every time. So I think it's a pretty clear cut MVP for him. I think the whole world knows that it's Russ. So.
I mean, so I did pick Russell as well, but at this point right now, I actually think it's Mahomes that would get it. But I'm still picking Russ. I really want him to get it. I think he hasn't even gotten one vote for MVP yet. Like that's absolutely ridiculous. And I just
Wait, so you think it's Mahomes right now?
I do, yeah. I think at the end of the year, the Chiefs are gonna have more wins, and Mahomes is probably gonna maybe not have better stats, but comparable enough to Wilson, where it's like it could be a toss up either way, and record could go in the Chiefs' favor because they just have a better team. But I really want Russell. I'm so bad. This man is disrespected every single year in the league. Like MVP should not go off of record. And I know I just like said Mahomes will win off record, but that's because that's what the system is. It should not be record. Because there was a year where Seattle, I think they were like middle of the pack or maybe like barely snuck into playoffs or something. Maybe like 2017. Wilson played out of his mind and didn't win MVP, which was crazy just because of record. So please, football gods, Russell Wilson, please.
Yeah.
Well, Rich, I got 3 words for you.
And that is
It's Aaron
let
Rodgers.
Russ cook.
Oh, okay.
No, get the hell out of here. I mean, I would love that. I would really love that, but let Russ cook. Russ has been absolutely amazing. Yeah, I agree with what Dan said. Every time you see him drive down the field, it's going to be some sort of score, and most likely it's going to be a touchdown. But with their one loss that they had this year, they drove down the field and they got a touchdown. And the reason why they didn't get it is because of a flag on the play. They should have won that game, but they didn't. And I mean, if that's any other case, they're winning games every single time. I mean, Russ is going to be the reason why they make the playoffs. That defense is garbage, but Russ is going to be the reason why they can make it far no matter what. They can get a really high record. They can make it far in playoffs. Who knows? That defense might cost them, but Russ is definitely going to do everything he can to make sure they get far.
Yeah, I think I think Russ stat wise has played one less game than Mahomes, and he has 5 more touchdowns and only 150 yards less. So I think I don't think it's Mahomes right now. I think it's Russ, but Mahomes is having a nice season too.
All right, well, there you go. There are our award predictions. And now we're going to transition to playoff picture and who we think will ultimately make the playoffs at the end of the season, along with their record. And because I'm talking, I will go first.
All right. Wait, are we going AFC or NFC first?
I wrote NFC first, but I don't care either way.
Yeah, I don't care either. We'll go at NFC. Let's go NFC.
Okay. So first seed will be those beloved Seahawks that AJ loves oh so much.
Shut up.
I have them going 13-3. Their team is amazing, but I do think they'll eventually lose a game or two down the stretch due to their defense not being able to hold teams. And I know that with Jamal Adams coming back, they'll get that much more better. But as a whole, that defense is still pretty shaky, and until they show that they can hold teams like the Cardinals to less than 30 points, then I see them losing some. Second seed, we have the Bucks. Great team. I don't like how undisciplined they are. They're a very penalized team, and I think they need to clean that up. Otherwise, that's going to hurt them in the playoffs at some point. But I do have them going 12-4. Then also at 12-4, I have the Packers with the 3 seed. But because the Bucks beat them head to head, Packers take the 3 seed. Again, 12-4. Very solid teams. May struggle against like the top of the top teams, but as a whole, the Packers schedule isn't too killer. So I have them going 12-4. 4 seed then in the NFC least, we got the Eagles at 7-8-1. I really wanted to absolutely shit on them because I hate the Eagles with all my life, but I'm gonna stick at 7-8-1. Then I have the Saints with the 5 seed at 11-5. Their schedule is not easy, especially because I actually think they're gonna lose this week, which will hurt them. But I mean it's Drew Brees and Sean Payton, and with Michael Thomas eventually coming back, their offense will just be that much better. And then Emmanuel Sanders at some point too, once he's done with COVID. So, and then Cardinals. Oh wait, I just realized we wanted to do this all at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, I was just waiting until you realized.
You should have stopped me. What the hell?
I was gonna say Richie just said fuck the whole system, but I don't want to interrupt you.
Nah, that's okay, man. We'll do it for the AFC.
Just said something. God damn it.
Nah, dude, it's okay. We'll do it for the AFC.
And then Cardinals at the 6 seed. And I only say that I was between Cardinals and Rams here, and I actually had them flipped. I had Rams 11-5, Cardinals 10-6. But then after taking a look into their schedules, the Rams, man, they just don't have it easy. So, but I think they will pull it out because I really like McVay, and I like their offensive scheme, and they're really good in the second half of games, which means they're good at adjusting. And in my opinion, that's the biggest part about coaching is can you go into halftime, make your adjustments, and come out and be the better team. So I think that'll help them win games down the stretch. But I'll have Cardinals at 11-5, and I'll have the Rams at 10-6.
All right, that's a pretty solid one. And I guess I'll go now. All right, so I'll do the same thing as you, Rich. I'll go through all of them. So number 1 seed, yeah, I think it's undoubtedly going to be to the Seahawks. I have them currently. I couldn't decide if they should go 14-2 or 13-3, but I'm leaning more towards 13-3 just because of how not good their defense is. So that's what I'm leaning towards. Second seed, I have the Green Bay Packers at 12-4. I think their hiccups there's going to be another hiccup game in there, but I think it's enough to still get them the second seed, in my opinion. In the third seed, my third seed is going to be based off of what happens on Sunday. But right now, because of my prediction, I have the Saints taking the third seed at 11-5. I like the Saints team. I really hope they win Sunday because I don't like the Bucks. But yeah, I think they can pull off the. If they do win this game, they're definitely going to take third seed, and no doubtedly in my mind. Then fourth seed, the imposter of the NFC, the Philly Eagles. Disgusting. They are going to be the only team in the playoffs with a losing record and getting a home game. Yeah, I had to pick someone, so yeah, Eagles. Next up, fifth seed. They have the same record, I will say. The Buccaneers. I'm saying they are 11-5 as well, but because the Saints beat them twice, I'm going to say that the Saints are going to be ahead of them. Then I have the 6 and 7 seed being a draw as well between the Cardinals and Rams. I picked the Cardinals over the Rams just because I like the Cardinals offense better than the Rams offense. So, yeah, that's my NFC playoff picture.
So it looks like I'm pretty different from you guys here. So
You
I
said
think,
Washington.
yeah, low key though, Washington. Low key.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
what's their
fine.
record compared to Philly right now?
Oh no!
I'm
Oh
not even
no!
kidding. I'm not even kidding.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up now.
It's
Washington
2-5 versus
football.
3-4-1. Okay, well that's a game and a half behind. Damn, yeah, they're probably dust. Okay. All right. So, anyways, my number one seed is not undoubtedly the Seahawks. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But it's actually a three-way tie at 13-3, and I don't know how to break it, but I think Tampa Bay is going to get it because they're ahead of Green Bay. So I think Green Bay, Tampa, and Seattle all go 13-3. I'm gonna give it to Tampa. I think they're the best team. Seattle's defense terrible. Even with Jamal Adams there when he was there, it was terrible. It's mainly the cornerbacks. It's not really the tackling issue. And then Green Bay, we're definitely not as complete as Tampa Bay. So I think Tampa's the best team. I'm giving it to them. Then I got Green Bay at 2 because if what Richie said is correct and it goes by conference, Green Bay's 5-2, Seattle's 4-1, but I think they'll have some issues with their own division that they might lose their 2 games in. So I think they'll have 3 losses in that category at the end of the year. So Green Bay 2, then Seattle 3. And my 4 is unfortunately Philly at 6-9-1. Same with AJ. I'm not even going to talk about them anymore. The 5 seed is the Saints. I think with Michael Thomas back, they're going to be like a really, really good team that can score 30 pretty much every week. The only team I really see like having a more complete roster than the Saints is Tampa Bay, and I'm not even positive about that. The 6 seed is Arizona. I have them also at really high like wins for all these teams. I don't know why, but they're 11-5 as well. I think Kyler and D Hop are having a great season now that they have an actually good running back playing Chase Edmonds. They should have a run game now. And then I have the other imposter of the NFC, the Chicago Bears, coming in at 10-6. Because I looked at it, and Rams, man, I cannot pick the Rams with that schedule. That is an awful schedule. And if I do pick the Rams, I feel like Seahawks have to maybe even go 12-4. But yeah, I'm saying Chicago. Their defense is just so hard to play. I'm actually a little bit worried for like Tennessee this week. I feel like they can beat some pretty tough teams with that defense. So yeah, I mean defense wins championships, so maybe Bears are the best team.
Stop. Alrighty. Now we shall move into the AFC where we're gonna do this a little differently this time. We're gonna go 1 seed at a time. So, yeah.
Ever hear
Notice how he didn't respond.
Anyway, 1 seed, I have the drum roll. Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Do you have a record?
Yeah, like what?
I thought we were all just gonna say okay. 14-2.
Okay.
All right. I have the Steelers at 14-2.
I have the. Wait, I'll give you the record. 15-1. What do you guys think it is?
Steelers.
Steelers.
Nope. Chiefs went out.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Chiefs are my one.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So my 2 seed is the Chiefs at 12-4.
Steelers 14-2.
Yep. Steelers 14-2.
Ooh, wow.
I just with the Steelers, their offense isn't like their defense is insane, but their offense could lose them games. It hasn't yet, but Big Ben is just like too careless at the moment for them to like to win. Like he's more of a game manager. He's just trying to be a game manager that throws interceptions. And the Chiefs are just so explosive, and their defense is finally starting to come together, kind of like it did last year.
Yep.
So.
No, I think Chiefs have almost the same defense with a lesser pass rush. Their pass defense is really, really nice, and considering how well the Eagles did, like against the Steelers, and like the Titans came back, they're definitely a little, up in the air. Whereas I think, as we saw last year, when Chiefs would play like Baltimore and those types of teams with good defenses, it doesn't matter if you have a good defense. It just doesn't. They're just that good.
Yeah. All right, Dan, your 3rd seed.
My 3rd seed is Buffalo at 12-4. It's kind of correlated with my head coaching pick because if this doesn't happen, he's not getting the wins. But yeah, I looked at the schedule. It's not too bad. They got some tight games, but I think they can win most of them. So yeah.
AJ.
My 3rd seed, I have the Titans at 11-5.
For my 3rd seed, I also have the Titans, but I have them at 12-4.
Ooh.
They're my Super Bowl pick. I'm just gonna stick with them.
Oh yeah, you go, girl.
Now 4th seed, I'll go. I actually have the Bills also at 12-4, and because Titans beat the Bills head to head, that's why the Titans have this matchup, or the lead.
Well, I also have the Bills, but I have them at 9-7.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. I'm stupid. Forgot that it was divisionally first. I was like, where are the Ravens?
Well,
So,
so,
yeah.
so you have the Bills going 3-5 the rest of the year.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Their team has been. I've been losing confidence in this team, and I've looked at their schedule, and after looking at their schedule, I really think they're only winning 3 games, and it's going to be their last 3 games of the season.
Damn. Okay. So I am the odd one out here. I have Tennessee as my 4th seed at 10-6. I think this team is pretty. Like I loved them like 2 weeks ago, and then I don't know what happened, man. They just got crapped on by Cincy, dude. Like this defense is fraudulent, man. So yeah, 10-6.
All right, Dan, 5th seed.
Yeah, 5th seed is going to be Baltimore at 12-4.
All right. Yeah, I also have Baltimore, but I have them at 13-3.
I also have Baltimore, and I did have them at 13-3 until I took a look into their schedule and I changed it to 12-4.
Yeah.
God, we're all the same.
Oh.
Pretty
Yeah, I know, right? 6th seed. Is this me?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. 6. This is where we're gonna get different. So I had to throw in a bold one here. 6th seed. I got the Colts at 10-6.
Okay.
What if I told you that's not so bold because I have the exact same record and the Colts?
Oh, okay. I see. I said Colts because I said it was bold because I heard Richie say he really doesn't like the Colts doing well anymore.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll back that up with their offense is just so weird to me. Like I don't know how they're like even good. Like I know that it's the defense by far. Well, I say by far, but Colts. I don't know what it is compared to the rest of the league, but they've scored 198 points this year, compared to say Buffalo, who's also scored 198 points. But that defense is amazing. Probably a little bit worse than the Steelers at this point. So
So are they your next seed?
nope, fuck the Colts.
Okay. Wow.
I I'm picking the Raiders here. The Raiders, because I really liked what they did last week against Browns, and the Browns are also a playoff team for me, and they're up and down week to week. But the Raiders showed last week that they could win ugly, and I think that's a very very key, I guess, like a key attribute. I can't even think of the word. Like something that's good to have. If you can win ugly games against good teams, then that's good for making it to the playoffs.
Facts. Last year, Packers.
Yeah, exactly. If Packers have half their games not go that way, then they don't make playoffs, or maybe they get a wild card. So
Facts. And final seed. I think this is Richie.
and with the final seed, as I just said, at 10-6, since they just lost to this team, they're gonna be lower. The Cleveland Browns finally go to the playoffs. And what it felt like years for them. They finally have a competent head coach. They just lost Odell, unfortunately, but I think their team is, it's fine without him. I feel like Baker has a little bit less pressure on him to give Odell targets now. He can spread the ball. Chubb, he'll come back at some point. I'm not sure when, but if they can control the ground game, they can sneak out a few wins here. Go 10-6.
All right. My 7th seed, I have the Browns going 9-7. Yeah, I'm not confident in that pick, but I had to pick someone.
Well, Browns fans, according to my projection, you're gonna be at home this playoffs. I'm going with the Raiders. I think the Browns. I think the opposite. I think losing Odell and already losing Chubb, and he'll be back, but losing Odell, I don't think helps at all. I think they're in trouble. In my opinion, when I've watched Kareem Hunt, he has not been good. So they're lucky they're having Chubb come back. But I don't know, man. This team, I think the Raiders are just a better team. They were somehow kept up with the Chiefs in the game of loss. I can't even believe that. But yeah, I'm going 9-7 for Raiders. I had them at 10-6, but I feel like that's way too high. So.
All right. I guess those are our NFL playoff predictions. Pretty solid, I do say so myself.
Yeah, I think at this point the top seeded teams for each division are basically set outside of maybe AFC North and the NFC South, but the wild card is definitely up, for anyone, up for grabs. So
Definitely.
Especially that 7th seed. It could be like what if Chargers just made a run? You know what I mean? I don't know what I think. Are they 2-5 right now?
yeah.
Yeah. What if they made an 11-5 run?
Bro, imagine. That
Dude,
would be insane.
Dude, imagine the fantasy when they play the Chiefs. That's gonna be nuts.
Oh my god.
Next time, Mahomes versus the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But not offensive rookie of the year though.
Yeah, I guess.
Next on our list though, we're gonna, as usual, pick 3 games to talk about. And I don't know if you guys have your games picked out already, but I do. And I'll just go first here.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
Gonna be I think this is gonna be a theme for the rest of the season. I'm gonna be a homer and always go with the Giants, as crappy as that is. So they're going against Washington, who they've already played this year, and they narrowly defeated Washington 20-19, due to Washington going for 2 points at the end of the game and being unsuccessful. I honestly couldn't tell you how this game will go out or how it will play out. I could see high scoring, but I could also see another shit fest. If I had to guess, I would say it stays in the 20s score wise, but it's a little bit higher scoring than what it was. Giants pretty much came away with a win due to a defensive touchdown. So, yeah, man, I don't know. Both teams are very lackluster and unfun to watch. However, Washington does have a good defense, or better than the Giants. So, I don't know. It'll be lock it in as shit fest of the week, but yeah, life of a Giants fan, I guess.
Happens. But all right, I guess I'll go next. So my game that I want to talk about, I always got to pick a bold prediction game that I have, and you guys are probably going to be shocked by this, but my game is the Seahawks versus the Bills. Now I completely go against what I said in the playoff prediction.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, like I said, it's a bold prediction. I know. The boldness does not make sense in my playoff prediction, but it makes sense in my mind, and that's all that matters. But yeah, I mean, I think if Buffalo can get their offense back on track with not sucking like they did against the Jets, even though they still pulled out a win. And who did they play last week? I forget already. My brain is fried.
The Patriots. The Patriots.
Okay, yeah, they squeaked out a win with that one too. The Patriots have not been doing well either. If they want to be like actual playoff contenders and make a run to pass the wild card round, I think they need to step up, and it's going to be starting here. Their defense needs to figure out a way to stop Russell Wilson, and the offense needs to start picking it up, especially on a crappy defense like Seattle. So I really think it's possible that Buffalo could pull out a win here. It's unlikely, but it's possible, and that's why it's a bold prediction for me.
Okay, well, my game. Okay, so I'm obviously really into fantasy, and as soon as I looked at this week of games, the first game that really caught my eye was Las Vegas versus the Chargers. I love Herbert, obviously. I think Chargers offense is gonna smash this Raiders defense around. But contrary to like all the other games they played, I think they will get out to a lead. But I don't think it's gonna be like a 20-point lead. I think Raiders will kind of actually keep up this whole game, which can make it really high scoring. I could see this being like both teams in the 30s. Man, this looks like to be a really really fun game. And I think if Raiders are able to win this one, they play the Chargers twice. Still, and I think if they're able to win this one, that sets them up pretty nicely for getting that 6th or 7th wild card seed.
All right, very cool.
All right.
Or it starts an 11-5 run for the Chargers.
Nice.
With that being said, bold prediction time. Or I guess we'll just predictions, and if they're bold, they're bold.
Yeah, you know it. But all right, so we move on. I mean, we are on to our star, our favorite part of this podcast. Yes. All right. So,
Our first game of Sunday, we got the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who would like to go first?
Look at this.
I'll take it.
All right.
I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be a scoreline that says it was close, but it wasn't. I feel like okay. So what happens is it's 30-24. Houston wins, but I think it's like 30-13, and then like in garbage time, Glutton does something. I don't even know what this guy's name is, but he does something, and gets a little bit closer. But I think Houston wins this like nicely.
So you're saying 30-24?
Yeah.
All right, that's a solid score. I'm taking Houston as well. I mean Jacksonville, they had their one game of fame and then died off ever since, and they're just dying off as they go. through the season. So I'm taking Houston here, 28-15.
Yeah, I agree with everyone. I'll just take quarterback over anything in this one, and I'll say 27-17.
All right, and then we have our special guest Jacob coming in with the Houston win. So it's a clean sweep for Houston. He's saying 20-7.
That's fair.
All right. Next up, we got the New York Giants taking on the Washington football team. And I guess since Dan went first, I'll go first for this one. I'm taking the Giants here. I mean, they beat Washington last time, so I mean, they can do it again. It's possible. And they're looking better. I mean, they looked very good against the Buccaneers. So, I mean, if they play like that again, they should be able to beat Washington. But I'm not saying it's going to be a wide gap between that game. So I'm taking New York 24-20.
Wow. Yeah.
Killing me, AJ.
What?
I said you're killing me, AJ.
I mean, I swore to never pick the Giants, but you know what? I'm gonna pick the Giants.
Yeah, boy.
It's gonna be close, if anything. I'll say, I like 24. I'll say 24-23, New York.
Stop it! It's my exact pick, Richie.
No, it's not. Wait,
Yes,
are you
it is.
serious?
It's written down right here.
Okay, because I'm gonna say this right now, just in case you want to change your pick. Jacob has the exact same score.
No.
I swear to
Okay,
God.
fine. I'm picking Washington then. I'll pick Washington.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, so,
okay.
oh, you little shit. I was actually
Yeah.
gonna swap if everyone too. Fuck. I see this game being. It's got to be somewhere in the low 20s. I don't know what team's gonna win, but it's gonna be like some. Oh my god, this is crazy. Wait, AJ, what was your score?
24-20.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be a little weasel. I'm gonna say 23-17 Giants. So hopefully this hits the under.
23-17. Wow, good job, guys. We all have the same mindset. All right. Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Richie, I believe this is you.
So it's gonna continue with just the shitting on the Colts. I like the Colts. I do. I like their team. I'm not a believer in Rivers, and because of that, I think Baltimore will win this game. I couldn't tell you what the score could be, but I think Baltimore needs a bounce back game after last week, so I'm gonna take them to win 28-20.
All right. Dan.
Yep, two good defenses. I'm not sure how I feel about Baltimore's offense currently. It's being not nearly the same as last year, not efficient at all. You know what? I did it last week. It worked out. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna say the Colts win. We're gonna go with 27-24. I feel like that's pretty bold. I'm a little nervous about that, but
Bro, I literally thought you were about to say the same thing as Jacob again.
nah.
No, it's close. Jacob said Indianapolis 27-20.
Oh my god.
Jacob's learning from his mistakes, guys.
Yeah.
His scores were actually like decent this week. Like
Yeah. All right. Well, this is gonna be an even 2-2. I'm going Baltimore here. I agree with Rich. They need a bounce back game, and this is going to be it. I'm taking Baltimore 24-17.
Great.
All right. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Believe
So I'll go.
Dan is here.
Considering, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know who is going to start for the Lions. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. You could have two predictions. We could do one with Matthew Stafford and one without.
well, he's not. Oh wait, is there a chance he plays?
There's a chance he plays. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like he was. Oh, Okay,
No,
well,
there's a small chance he plays.
okay, so if he's out, my prediction is 31-17 Vikings. I think Chase Daniels and David Blow both blow.
Wow.
I just had to somehow make that joke work. Yeah, and then if he plays, I'm gonna say 24 to 31. I'm just giving him an extra touchdown. Still Vikings.
All right. Well, for me, if Matthew Stafford plays, I think Detroit is going to win this by a little bit. I'm taking, if he plays, Detroit 24-21, and if he doesn't, then I think it's going to be more of a blowout towards Minnesota. I think Vikings win it 28-17.
The Vikings, they impressed me last week, being able to go drive for drive with the Packers, and then eventually take it. That was incredible. I know the Lions' run D is a lot better than the Packers, but just that.
So it's like a dead animal.
Actually, it's actually really bad. There's this. Aaron Jones went for like 250 or some shit. That's the air too. But
Is it as bad as the Packers though?
I know it's 31st in fantasy points given up. Maybe not on paper that's bad, but it's still really bad.
Damn, I thought that was their strong point. Okay, well, well, if that's the case, then yeah, I think Minnesota's gonna take it. I'll say 31 with Stafford. They're gonna put up. I'm gonna say 30. I'm gonna say it's like close, 31-30. Without Stafford, 31-10.
Both Minnesota, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay. And sadly, we don't have another score from Jacob, but his prediction brings back his favorite number of all time, and that is Detroit winning 30-12. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears taking on the Tennessee Titans. And I believe this is me. So I got the Tennessee Titans winning this one by a touchdown. I'm saying Tennessee 27-20.
Oh, fuck you. All right, 28-21.
Oh, wow.
I was literally thinking that same score. 28-21. I'm just going to try to take the over. I think Chicago will make it competitive, but yeah.
See, I had Tennessee winning 24-20, but I keep getting this feeling, man, this stupid feeling that the Bears will win this game. I'm gonna say 23-20. Bears win.
23-20.
Like I just keep having this feeling, man. Like they just lost to the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think for them that was kind of like why Tampa looked so bad against the Giants this week. I think potentially Titans were overlooking their opponent and onto one like the Bears or like the Saints for the Buccaneers. Unfortunately though, the Titans could not overcome Joe Burrow and the Bengals. But
All right. Well, Jacob says Tennessee is winning this 30-20.
I thought you were about to say 12. I thought you were about to say 12.
No.
Nice. I got my own side, so they can win like by like 50, and I'll win.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Next up, Carolina Panthers at Kansas City Chiefs.
Is it me? I think it's me. Because you went
Yeah,
first.
yeah, it's you. Yeah.
I don't like Carolina. I never really believed in them, even to begin with. What was the Jets score? Does anyone know?
Jets versus who?
Last week. Jets.
It was 35-9.
All right, there you go. 35-10. That's my score. I know you said 9, but I was just saying 10.
All right. Dan?
38-21. Panthers lose.
You're a funny guy, you know that. Well, this is gonna be a clean sweep again. I'm taking KC 33-24. And then Jacob has KC 30-20. Same as last game. Next up, Seattle Seahawks at Buffalo Bills. And I believe it's Dan.
Yeah.
Alexa, stop.
I'm torn on this one too, but I guess I gotta go Seahawks. You know what? No, we're not. No, we're not. Scratch my prediction completely. It's the Bills.
He's
man.
not predicting. Oh.
It's the Bills, man. It's the Bill. If I'm saying McDermott is coach of the year, and they go 12-4, it has to be the Bills. Bills are winning 34-28.
Well, I thought I was the only bold prediction for this game, but apparently not. I'm taking Buffalo as well. 27-21.
Which is just getting a free win.
Yeah. Can I know what Jacob picked?
He picked Seattle, I will say.
Yeah,
he said Seattle 40-30.
All right. Ooh. All right. Well, I'm gonna pick Seattle 35. I was gonna say 39 to like one off for Jacob, so he can't win, but I won't do that. I'll say Seattle 35-30.
All right. Next up, Denver Broncos taking on Atlanta Falcons. This is me. I'm taking the underdogs here. Denver Broncos are gonna win this, and I'm gonna say they win it last minute, 24-23.
I'm torn between this one because I like the Falcons' potential in offense, but I'm just not sure what they can do. I'm gonna take a close one here. I'm gonna say I'll take Atlanta. I'll say Atlanta sneak this one out 24-22. Seems like a weird score.
Not even kidding when I say this. I picked Atlanta 23-21.
Oh. So you get the under.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and Jacob gets the over on you guys. He said Atlanta 30-29.
Okay.
Next up, the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers.
This one's crazy, man. Because like Dan said before, this could be like Chargers just blow them out, or not blow them out, but like they score, but Raiders keep up. Oh man, kind of like Dan before with his Bills pick. If I think the Raiders are gonna make the playoffs and beat out those Colts, I think they have to win this one. This is like a must win, especially interdivision. I'm gonna say they barely sneak this one out too. I'm gonna say they win 33-31.
33.
I'll take the better coaching from Las Vegas.
All right, Dan.
Yeah, I'm okay, it's a shootout. 38-35. Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh shit.
What?
I thought you were going Chargers.
No, dude, Anthony Lynn is an idiot.
Well, I'm also going with the Raiders. I'm saying I'm taking the under on you guys though. I take Las Vegas 30-27, and it looks like Jacob is going to go the opposite and go the Chargers. He says Chargers are winning it 27-20.
Damn. I want you don't know how bad I want to say Chargers, but after watching them just throw away to lock, like that was brutal, man.
Well, all right, we got a couple more games left. Next up, we got probably the most interesting game in my opinion when it comes to like quarterbacks. We got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I think this is Dan.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Miami does not get lucky at all this week, and Arizona wipes the floor with them. It's gonna be 32 to. I'm gonna have to adjust my prediction because I really don't think the Tua is gonna have a good day. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 32 to 17.
All right. I'm also going Arizona, but I think it's going to be closer because I think Cardinals' defense is not the best. So I'm going to say Arizona wins this 27-24.
Well, I am torn. I do think Arizona wins it, but I'm just not sure how Miami wins or how they get points. Oh man, I'm not a Tua believer yet. He didn't show enough last week to make me believe. But I think I'll say Cardinals 34, Miami 20. Kind of split the medal between you guys.
Wait, you're not sure how they get points? You said?
Yeah, not with the offense at least. Like,
Oh yeah, it's gonna be 2 punt return touchdowns and kick return.
yeah.
Richie, you're different from me and Dan, but you're not very different from Jacob. Jacob has Arizona as well, so it's a sweep. But he says 40-20.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yep. All right. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Dallas Cowboys, and I believe this is me. Pittsburgh is winning this without a doubt in my mind. 36-14.
I'm gonna just 35-0.
Dallas?
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah, this is. Wow, this is. They're gonna get mauled, man. I don't even know it's either Cooper Rush or I forget the other guy's name.
Danucci.
Yeah. No. There's Garrett Gilbert or something like that.
Yeah. They said it's not Danucci.
Oh what? What?
Yeah, you got benched, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Wait, did you actually go 35-0?
Yep.
I love that scoreline. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say 31 to 6.
31-6.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Jacob is definitely picking a lot higher scores than he usually does. He's going Pittsburgh 40-7. And our last two games, we got probably the game of the week that everyone's waiting for. New Orleans taking on Tampa Bay. I believe this is Richie.
The Saints took the first one, 34-23. Due to it was being Brady's first game in Tampa Bay, short off season, no preseason, yada yada yada. I'm taking Tampa Bay here. I think it's their time to shine. And I'm gonna say they take it 31-28.
All right.
Well, Richie, I have the same thing, but I added a field goal to each side. I have it 34-31 Tampa.
34-31 Tampa. And I'm the odd one out in this game. I'm the only one taking New Orleans. I basically think whoever wins this game is winning that division. I'm taking New Orleans 30-24. And Jacob is taking Tampa Bay 27-25. And now we got the last game of
The
Week
actual
9.
game of the week.
Oh, yeah. Game of the year, more like. New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. I believe this is Dan.
Yep. It's 23-13 for me, Patriots.
23-13. All right, well, hate you, Dan, because I wrote down New England 24-13.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it. I don't care. Rich,
Get your bold prediction caps on.
No, please.
Just yeah.
New England.
And that's it for this. That's it for this.
Wait a
episode.
New England has tried to trade players at the trade deadline unsuccessfully, but they tried. Jets have come out and said Darnold is their guy.
Someone help me.
Patriots tried winning last week until Cam fumbled though.
I don't know. They said they were trying to sell Gilmore.
Oh yeah.
Hey, maybe he fumbled on purpose.
It was like fumble at Cam, fumble it.
I'm gonna take the Jets here in a massive upset.
Oh my god, this guy, bro.
21.
AJ's fine. Let him do it.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you can take it.
I have to because like I don't know like the New England blah blah. If I picked the other way around, the scores would be so close. I don't know who to pick. So just to differentiate myself, I'm picking New York here to get their first win of the season, 21-20. I score probably doesn't matter in this one, but
21-20, bro. Imagine that. The Jets getting their first win of the season against Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is gonna actually like die. He might actually talk in his post-game interview. But yeah, those are our predictions for the Week 9 NFL season. Whatever. I'm just baffled by that now. All right. I guess do you guys have any ending notes that you want to say besides Richie is off the show and I'm telling him right now?
Return your jacket at the door.
I just want to know who did Jacob pick for this week?
Oh yeah. Jacob, he didn't say the Jets, but he did say it's going to be close. He has New England 14-7.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, and just to real quick, because I haven't been keeping this updated. So after week 8, our total scores for who got predictions right. We have Jacob at 16. We have Richie at 41. We have Dan at 7 because he joined late. We have me at 36, and we have NA at 18.
That's actually what I was going to bring up. Yeah. But what about just go to like the last week? What was last week's scores as well?
The week before that, you mean?
All right, like whatever week 8 was.
No, last week. Yeah.
Week 8. I just said week 8.
Oh.
I mean, like individually.
Yeah, he means like how many did we each get right for the week 8?
Oh, okay. So Jacob got 1. Me, Dan, and NA all tied with 3, and then Richie won the week with 4.
Had to sacrifice the Giants to win it, but a soul for a soul. Wow.
All right. Oh, I guess that's everything. You guys have any ending notes?
Our mid-season spectacular show.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it, I guess.
Herbert MVP question mark.
Oh yeah, there's some clickbait. All right, well, if that's all we got, then I guess that's it. Thank you for watching another amazing episode of the Bold Predictions podcast, and we'll see you all next week.
See ya.
Thank you, guys.